So what is the definition of structures? You can say here the arrays which will allow the defined type of variables that can hold the same data type elements or elements of same kind. You can use the array elements in the C language which will hold the similar data items which will share the common name. Common name, what is that common name? For example, A1, A2, A3, 4, A5 are elements, but it will be called as the, it will hold A0 different value, A1 having different value, A2 having different value. So in this array, A is a common name. Array name A is a common, but what is in structure? The structure is another user defined data type. Array is also user defined data type, which is available in C, that will allow the combination of data items of different kinds or different data types. What is this? Different data types. What are those types? Maybe integer, maybe float, maybe character, maybe double. So structure, what is structure? It is a user defined data type that will combine data items of different kind. Why it is required? It is a combination of different data types. Structure is a combination of different data type. On the contrary, on the other hand, array is a combination of similar data types or similar data elements. Structure and arrays are different. So you can say structure are used to represent a record. How we can say it is a record? Let us see. For example, what is your record? You are the student of KRP Kanya Mahavidyalaya. What is your name? The name of anybody will say, my name is Sunny. My name is Sunny. My different roll number, for example, 147 is a roll number. Sanika is the name. The date of birth is different. This particularly, she has paid the fees, for example, 5,000. So that is, those values are similar things which are actually concerned with the Sanika. Sanika has a roll number. Sanika has a fees. Sanika has a different date of birth. Sanika has a different sex, that is female, for example. So those all things are actually concerned with the related data items, and those related data items are concerned with the record. So these all things which are actually concerned with the Sanika are called as a record, and this is also called as a structure, which shares the different data elements. Different data elements in the sense, the roll number of Sanika 147 is having a integer data type. The name of Sanika, S-A-N-I-K-A, Sanika, is a character value. Date of birth has a different values. The fees which is paid by Sanika to the college is, for example, 5,000.00. 0.00 in the sense it is a float value. So 147 roll number is the integer. The name of Sanika is a character, but fees paid is a float value. So this all will represent the record of Sanika, and it has a different data types. So that is called as a structure. So if we consider all the students, the names of all the students, which is having 60 students, 1 to 60 are the roll number. every name is get written on the paper, the fees paid by is written on the paper, the date of births are written, all this will hold the data structure. This is a structure, and this structure which will represent the every record of every student. Record of every student is get maintained by the college, and this can be handled with the structure. In C language, this is called as structure. In our database, it is called as a record. In our database, it is called as a tuple. In our database, it is called as a row. So the value of every data type is different: integer, float, character, or double. We can store those values. So for example, here you can say, suppose we want to keep track of your books in a library. You might want to track the following attributes of each book. What are the following attributes? For every book, there is a title. For every book, there is author. For every book, there is a subject. For every book, there is a book ID. So every book in the library has a different attributes. So those are called as attributes. Those are called as attributes. Okay. Let us see the next. How we can define the structure? To define the structure, you must have to use a struct statement. We must have to use struct statement. The struct statement defines a new data type. New data type, what is that? That is the structure data type. And with more than one member. See, this is called as a member. What is this member? Let us see the format of struct statement. Here in highlighted statement, that is a struct and the name of the structure tag. Tag is the name. Name of the structure is written here. Name of the structure is written here, and it is not mandatory. It is optional. Structure is defined with the curly braces, opening curly braces and closing curly braces. In these curly braces, we can declare the member definition. The member definition, we can declare number of members. And also, one or more structure variables we can declare after this curly brace. This is also optional. And at the last, semicolon should be given. So this is example. Just see at the right hand side the example I have just mentioned here. What is the name of this structure? What is this struct? This is a keyword. See, in definition also we have written here. Struct is a keyword. Books is a structure tag, or you can say the name of this structure. Name of this structure is a books. In this integer. This is book 1. Only one variable is declared. This is now called as a book 1 is a structure. This is a structure variable. Book 1 is a structure variable. And these all are the members of the structure. Members. Keep in mind, these are the members. These are the members. See, these are the members. How many members are there? 4 members are there. So there are 4 members: title, author, subject, and book. And one variable is there. This is variable. This is variable. Which is this variable? This is variable of our structure. Book 1 is a variable of structure. Now, the structure tag is optional, but each member definition is a normal variable definition, such as integer I or float f, whatever. Like this, character, integer, those are the normal member declaration with the every data type. So all these variable definition. At the end of the structures definition, before the final semicolon, we can specify one or more structure variables. See, this is variables. Book 1 is a one variable, but it is also optional thing, but we can declare different thing in our programmers. If we are not specifying book 1 here, we can declare this book 1 in another way also. Okay, we shall see at our next slide. Okay, so this is a definition of a structure. How we can define the structure? Structure will be defined with the struct. Struct is a keyword. The books is a structure tag or name of the structure, and these all inside the structure there we can call it as a members. So those all are the members, and this book 1 is a variable. How to access the structure members? To access all these members of this structure, we can use member access operator, that is called as a dot. Member access operator, this is called as a dot. Dot operator will be used as a member operator. MCQ can be used for this thing, that is dot is used as a member operator. You can have the 4 different options. First a star, second ampersand, third dot, fourth none of these. Which is the member operator? That is the, see here, member operator is a dot. The member access operator is coded as a period between the structure variable name and the structure member. Structure variable and structure member will be joined with the dot operator, that is a member access operator. So we wish to access, we would use this keyword. Struct is a keyword to define the variables of structure type. So this can be accessed, the structure variable and structure member can be accessed with the help of dot operator. Now this is the example of structure. See here, this is the example. Include stdio.h, include string.h, and next thing, the main program is started here. The main program is started. We have declared struct books, and inside that character 50, character title 50, author 50, character subject 100, and integer book ID. And there is only one book. You can specify book 2 also. You can specify book 2 also. You can specify here book 2, book 3, and so on. How many number? You can declare number of variables. But we have studied here only for book 1. Now, enter the title of book 1. First thing printed here. Scanf %yes will give the book 1 title. Then enter the author of the book 1. %yes ampersand book 1 author. %yes ampersand book 1 subject. If you are not specifying ampersand, that will be also beneficial, because sometimes %yes which will get the value of string. So if you are accessing the value of string, then we are not using ampersand. So but even though you can use ampersand also. Now at the last, %d will give the value of book ID. So every value, this is a book one, this is a book one is a variable. Book one is a variable which is get initialized or declared, and title is the member. So book one dot author, book one dot subject, book one dot book ID. Book one is a variable name and dot is there, and later on book ID is the member. So all these members and variables will be linked or communicated with each other by the help of dot operator. Now printf \n will get a new line there, and the book title is printed here. See here, book title, that is book one dot title, book one dot author, book one dot subject, book one underscore ID, book one dot book underscore ID. Those values will be get printed here. See here, we have entered at the output level C programming, which is C programming is given as a input there. E. Balguruswamy is the name of the author. C, the subject of the book one is a C language. What is the ID of this book one is 100. All these are get executed, and this is the output of our program. That is C programming, E. Balguruswamy, C language, and 100. Those all statements are given in this 4 different printf statements. These all 4 statements are also given, that is a printf enter the title of book one. See here, C programming is given by the scanf value, second scanf value, author, third scanf value, subject, fourth scanf value, book ID. Everything is get connected with the member, those member, title and variable. Variable will be always written first, and then the member name will be written second. So this is the example of our structure. This is the example of our structure. You can just see how the structure variables and structure members are get connected with the help of dot operator. With the dot operator, we can just communicate with the members and the variables. What is the array of structure? We can also declare the array of structure. Array of structure variables. We can also declare the array of structure variables, in which each element of array will represent the structure variable. For example, struct employee emp5. So what is this here? This is the struct. We know that this is the keyword. Now what is this employee? This is a structure name. And what is this? Employee5 is a variable. This is very important. That is, this is the variable. emp5 is a variable. This is not a member. emp5 is a variable. It is not the member. Member are declared inside the structure, not outside of the structure. emp5 is declared outside of the structure with the help of struct and structure name. So the below program which will define the employee size of 5 and each element of the array of type employee. Just see the example. Let us see, this is the example of array of string. Array of string here. Main program is written here with the stdio.h included. Structure employee. Employee structure is defined, and it has 2 different members, that is ename and integer salary. See here, those are different data types, character and integer. Character and integer are different data types, though the structure is a combination of different data types. Now we have not given here, the variable of this structure, but we can declare here employee emp3. This is the variable. This is variable. Sorry, it cannot be written like this. Just I am trying to write here on the screen. This is the variable. Variable emp3. emp3 is a variable. So integer I and j are the normal variables. For example, for loop is given, I is equal to 0 to I is less than 3. So it will be always start with 0, 1 and 2. So enter the first employee record, that is I is equal to I plus 1, that is the first record. First record will be given as an employee name. Employee name is scanf through employee name is accepted, %yes. Employee of I ename. Employee of I, what is that? 0th ename is first value. For example, at the right hand side, we have just given here the employee name is Amitabh. Oh, Amitabh Bachchan is an employee. Okay. Let us, what is the salary of this employee? Enter the salary, ampersand of empi of salary dot sal. Dot sal, what is it? SAL? SAL is a member. Ename is a member. And EMP is a variable. EMP is a variable, but this is combined with the dot operator. Now, for example, we are displaying this employee record. Employee name is 0 to 3. How many times? 3 times we have our for loop will get executed. Employee of I into ename and employee salary. So this will be just given as a here. Displaying employee record and it is displayed here. For example, we have to enter first our input, that is Amitabh. The name Amitabh. What is the salary? That is 1 lakh. Oh, the salary of Amitabh Bachchan is 1 lakh. Next employee record is Abhishek. Abhishek Bachchan has a salary 2 lakhs. The next, that is the third, sorry, by mistake, this is the third employee record, that is Aishwarya. Oh, the best actress. She has a good salary, 3 lakhs. Now, Aishwarya has a 3 lakh salary. Abhishek has 2 lakh salary. Amitabh has 1 lakh salary. And this record is get displayed here. Amitabh 1 lakh. Abhishek 2 lakh. And Aishwarya is 3 lakh. So this is the array of structure. This is the example of array of structure. Let us see array within structure. Next example is array within structure. These are the categories of the structures. First category is the array of structure. Second category is array within structure. So see here, array within structure is declared here. See, mute yourself. Somebody has unmuted. Somebody has unmuted. Mute yourself. What is the structure here? Student structure is declared here. Name 30. This is say array within structure. Array within structure. Array within structure. Array within structure. And this is stud3 is array of structure. In our last slide, in our previous slide, we have seen the array of structure. Keep in mind, both are different meaning or different meaning. This array of structure, this is array within structure, because the name is a member name is a member, and it is an array which will hold the value inside this structure student. So this is declared inside the structure. Name 30 is declared inside the structure, so that we can say array within structure. And stud3 is array of structure. Array of structure. Keep in mind, this is array of structure. This is array within structure. Now, what is the next thing? That is, for I is equal to 0 to 3 values, first roll number we can get and the student name we can get here. So first student as ith value, 0th value, 0 dot roll number, for example, any roll number, first roll number and first name. Yes, our structure and is the member of our structure. Now this list of all records, you can say roll number, %d, name, %yes, that is displayed here, stud I dot roll number. This is given, I is given inside the brackets. Keep in mind, because it is an array. Stud is an array of structure, and it is ith value is given inside these, particularly inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, see here, inside the bracket, all these values are given inside the bracket. So ith value will be, first it is 0, second it will be 1, and third value will be 2. But this is called as the index. This we can call it as the index, and those index will be stored from the 0 to 2. But it will be just given as a roll number 1. What is this? For example, Abu. The name of this student is Abu. Second is a roll number. The name of this student is a Bain, and the roll number 3 has name Charlie. List all the records is printed here. See here. List all the records. Roll number 1 is displayed. Abu is displayed. Roll number 2 is displayed. The name of student Bain is displayed. Roll number 3 is displayed. Name of this student 3 Charlie is displayed. With the help of \n, this will give every to the next line. \n will be used for the new line. In our last examination, that was asked as a question in MCQ, that is new line. That is \n will be used as a new line. Okay, so this is the example of array within structure. The next is a nested structure, that is structure within the structure. Next is the structure. We can use structure within structure, that is the nesting of the structure. This is also permitted in C language, and nesting of structure means that once structure in C, a structure declaration can be placed inside another structure, and this is known as the nesting of structure. The declaration is the same as declaration of data type in structure. Structure within structure or nesting of structure is used to create the complex records. Sometimes it is used, not every time. See here, this is example we have get displayed here. In the white area, struct student is declared, character name 10, integer age, those are the members. The member of this structure is another structure. What is that? Struct address. Struct address. It has locality 20, city 20, and pin code. This is the address of a student. And what is this ADDR? This is the variable of student. This is the variable of student. What is this variable? Address. And student 1 is also a variable of this student. Now, how to access these variables? How to access this variable? Let us see. This is student 1. Student 1 is here. Just I will take this another. Student 1 name is given here. Student 1 age is a member. Student 1 is a variable. Student 1 dot ADDR, that is the variable of address structure, and the locality is the member of that structure. Then student dot address ADDR dot city is the particularly you can use the member variable and the variable. Student 1 dot ADDR dot pin code. So student 1 ADDR and pin code that can be accessed with the nesting of this structure. So there we can just see the structure within structure. So what we have studied about these structures, structure definition we have declared, then we have studied array of structure, then we have declared and studied array within structure, and we have declared and studied structure within structure. So this is all about the structure unit structure. Thank you very much for getting us very efficiently. You have been getting, okay. Just show me you're all the present in our lecture. Only 15 students are present. Only 15 students are present. Just I will give this start your